Hey, Cornerstone family. Well, I have to tell you a story. Many of you know several weeks ago when I was teaching on the fact that Jesus says, I am the resurrection and the life, I started with a story where I was on a trail right around our house, and here I was in the woods on this trail, and as I was walking, I saw something running towards me. I thought it was a little dog, kind of freaked me out a little bit because it wasn't on a chain, and as I got closer, I realized it was a fawn. And I've never had this happen to me. It scared me a little bit because it kept wanting to get really close to me. And you could tell it was a bit disoriented because this fawn, it was very clear, lost its mama. And its safety and security was gone. And it was trying to figure out, where am I supposed to go? Where can I go? And there were other people on the trail, and we were all just marveling at the fact that this little baby deer was right there in front of us. Well, the fawn, it didn't take long for it to dart into the woods, and we saw it just looking out at us, kind of hidden in the leaves in the woods. And you saw that look in its eyes of just wondering, where am I supposed to go? And it was this picture of how we often feel, especially here in 2020, that we feel a bit lost. And we feel like our safety and security has gone. But let me tell you the rest of this story. Just a couple days ago, in fact, I was walking on this same trail. And as I came around the bend, do you know what I saw? This is what I saw. Yeah, that's the mama deer and its fawn. Judging by the size of the fawn, what I'm guessing is this is the exact same fawn because it was several weeks before, and you could tell by the growth of this fawn that it was a little bigger, probably several weeks worth of growth. And so I come around the bend and I see the mama deer and I see the fawn, and I snap that picture. And as I get a little closer, I see the mom slowly turn, and that mama deer is turning, and all of a sudden in a moment, it darts away. And that baby deer, that fawn, turned faster than I could blink. And it stayed so close to its mama. Like, I was just wondering, what was the internal dialogue of that baby deer, that fawn, thinking, I'm not going to lose my mama again. I'm going to stay close. Well, I think there's a great picture here for us because as we've been looking at this series, the I am statements of Jesus, who is Jesus? We looked at this past Sunday, as Pastor Sheldon taught us, that Jesus says, I am the way and the truth and the life. And I think in many ways, Jesus, by that statement, is saying, stay close to me, because I'm the way, I'm the truth, I'm the life. And we know the way this passage starts. It's John 14, and we learned this on Sunday. And Jesus says these words. He starts this, and he says, let not your hearts be troubled. Believe in God. Believe also in me. Those words bring such comfort to us. And he was bringing comfort to his disciples because they knew his time was ending on earth. And let me read the J.B. Phillips translation or paraphrase of this, because I think it helps put it in a different light for us. This is the way J.B. Phillips paraphrases it. He says, you must not let yourselves be distressed. You must hold on to your faith in God and to your faith in me. And I love this passage where Jesus is looking at us and saying, don't let your heart be troubled. Don't be distressed. Don't think for a moment your safety and your security is gone. Don't feel lost, because I'm here. Not only am I here, as we learned on Sunday, but Jesus is preparing a place for all of eternity, for you and for me, for those who are in Jesus Christ. And he's telling us all about this. And I love the question that Thomas says to Jesus. And he simply says this, how can we know the way? It's a great question. How can we know the way where Jesus is? How can we know the way where our safety and security will never go away because Jesus is close? How can we know the way where we can absolutely, wholeheartedly trust Jesus? How can we know that way? Well, I think it's a question that we all have to ask. We all have to come to Jesus and say, how can we know the way? And when we ask that question, Jesus' words will reverberate in our ears, and it will echo into eternity, because Jesus says, I am the way, I am the truth, I am the life. And Jesus says, I'm the way. I'm the one you need to stay close to. I'm the one where you will find salvation. Salvation is, it's deliverance. Salvation is a wholeheartedness. It's wholeness. It's a rescue from the plight that we all find ourselves in. It's eternity with God. That begins now, a life where we can know him, as we've been talking about as we've been going through the series, but it's a life that goes into all of eternity. I am the way. And Jesus is saying, I'm the way to salvation. There's no other way. No other religion, no other person, nothing you can do. I'm the way. And then he says, I'm the truth. And he's getting at this point that he is truly representing and showing us the heart of God. When you come to Jesus, you can truly know who God is. You can know God's heart. He's the way, he's the truth. And then he says, I'm the life. And by that, what he means is he's going to engage our hearts. He reveals to us the heart of God, and then he engages our hearts so that we might know the life of God, that we might know for certain that we have a help and a refuge no matter our circumstances. Our hearts don't need to be troubled. We don't need to be distressed, but we know that we have life in him, a life that goes beyond our circumstances. Even when we feel lost, even when we feel like our safety and our security is out of reach and it feels elusive, we can come to this passage and we can remember that Jesus, he's the one telling us, saying, I'm the way, I'm the truth. I reveal to you God's heart. I'm making that known to you, and I am the life. I will give to you the life of God. I will engage your heart. I will engage you in the way that you were made to be engaged. And you can live in this great trust, knowing that I've got it all. I've got you in my hand. And Jesus is showing us the way, the truth, and the life. And just like that fawn, when I saw it, it was so scared. I wish you could have been there, the look in its eyes. And it ran. It didn't know where its safety and security was. And it was going, where is my mama? And then weeks later, when I see that fawn, I could tell it was staying so close because it knew that its mama knew the way, and it stayed close. And so when Jesus tells us, I'm the way, the truth, and the life, whether you've been following Jesus for a long time or whether you're new to him, those words should never get old, because those words, what they're telling us is stay close. Jesus is saying, stay close to me, and you will know the way, you will know the truth, and you will know the life that you were made for. Amen.